Talking about lessons in 2017, and got a lot of them. Got a lot of lessons I've learned. So I remember starting off the year trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I was into personal training for a little bit. I got certified in that. Became a certified personal trainer. Got 2 certifications, well 3 really, but 2 general ones, 1 specialized certification. And it was interesting when I dislocated my shoulder from trying to do an iron cross in February. That's when I changed my mind. I started thinking about it and realized, man, it's gonna be tough. It'll be tough to do this. So, changed my mind. Went real estate. Real estate was an idea. Went for it and enjoyed every bit of it. Classes, learning, just the dynamics of real estate and the stories that were told. Seemed very exciting, so I decided to go for it. Passed the test first time. School and state and national exam. The state and national you take at the same time, and the school you take first, and passed them both first time, and went forward. Became a realtor in June, I think it was, June 10th. so yeah, so now I'm doing that and been doing it since. And I think the most attractive thing about it is the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. It's my own business, make my own hours, create my own business. If I don't work, then nothing happens. But just the fact that I'm my own boss and I can create something, can sort of build a dream. And actually, it's not the only business I've started this year. I started a second one as well. I don't like to talk about that one too much, but it could be possibly a more profitable venture than real estate. But real estate is basically the foundation. And 2017, we're done in 2017, 2018 next year, which has been incredibly fast. But 2017 has garnered me 1 transaction, and it's the sale of my own home. It took about 60 days on market, just over 60 days, and it sold. So learned a lot from that, and I feel more equipped to handle the next year. But 2018 seems to be a very, very big year. A lot of things that I have to look forward to. Got a lot of buyers that I'm working with, trying to navigate the lending process, them getting pre-qualified. And some of my clients are busy in the holiday season, so we're not looking at homes as much, but pre-qual is really important. So that does separate those that just want to buy versus those that actually can buy, which is actually a big difference. So overall, though, pretty happy about how things are going, and have a lot of potential next year, really a lot of upside. So hope to be able to do some transactions in both businesses, deals in both businesses, make things happen. But I want to talk about lessons. It's not a lesson I think I realized in 2017, but it's been many years in the making, is if you're not sure what you want to do with your life, take a bunch of stabs at many different things. For me, I started working at a bank when I was 19, at a cash vault actually, which is really fun. Saw a lot of money, a lot of bills, a lot of checks from businesses around the Phoenix area, greater Phoenix area. None of it was mine. But it was fun to dream and to just play with money and things like that. And when you have money, wads of money or things like that, it's one thing. But I mean, I was holding stacks and stacks of cash. I think one time I wasn't allowed to take a picture at the time, but I remember sitting on $6 million worth of cash. It was bundled. It was strapped and bundled by the 50,000s, and 20s, and ones, and whatever denomination. Sat on that. Couldn't take a picture. Probably would have got fired, but I have witnesses. But it really gives you perspective about the value of money. At the end of the day, it's just paper. But it's what you do with it. It's what you use it for. And it's a tangent, but the big lesson for me is the idea of taking a bunch of stabs at many different things. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things. I want to be a professional golfer one time. finance industry at one time. I wanted to be a manager, upper level manager, CEO kind of thing, to um, a minister at one time. And now I'm actually kind of a CEO, self-employed, have my own business. So I guess you could say I'm CEO. But yeah, overall, all of these experiences have led to me getting to where I'm at today. So lesson number two, you have to decide who you're gonna be. And I think that has been more clear for me this year than any other year. I've had a lot of influences in my life, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of in between. I don't think anybody's ever influence neutral. I think there's always somebody influencing. And I've allowed myself to be influenced by a lot of things. A very impressionable kind of person. I'm a learner, so you learn from a lot of experiences, a lot of people, a lot of different things that happen, and books, to people's stories, to, I mean, you name it, even my own experiences. So, but you have to decide who you're going to be. Another lesson I learned: if you don't plan it, it's not going to happen. If you got a dream, then the difference between a dream and a goal: a dream is something that you want to happen in the future. A goal is a pathway to get there. And I think I need to make some goals this year. I haven't done that, and I think there's a lot of math. In business, at least, there's a lot of math that's involved. Actually, pretty much in anything. Any goal that you set, there's going to be some kind of math. There's going to be some kind of stats that are done. How many times a day am I going to do X action? How many times a day am I going to make these phone calls? What areas of my life am I going to excel in? What areas of my life am I going to be okay with doing this much in? And it's quantify. You have to quantify something, to kind of measure the goal. Most successful people are quantifying, whether they're actually counting it or not. It's quantifiable. How many years of time did it take for Steve Jobs to become who he is, Bill Gates to become who he is? Of course, there's natural talent, but there are naturally talented people right now that aren't making it big because they're not putting in the hours, not putting in the effort, and not applying that talent. Undisciplined is not remembered. And so, yeah, or at least not remembered in a way that is significant to the masses or to yourself. A lot of times there's a regret with that. I had all this talent, but I never made it. It's kind of a sad conclusion to somebody's life or story. Have all this talent that could make it big somewhere, but didn't actually convert it into something meaningful.